Hey, what's up everybody? Coach Kyle here, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for future content, look back at old videos, and if you find this especially helpful or interesting, please share it. So I wanted to talk briefly about strength work, and when somebody comes to me looking for running advice, maybe we're going to work together as a coach client. When they tell me they don't really do strength work, which is pretty common, that's a fairly easy thing that I can implement into their training that will give them like tangible results. Because if you go from not doing squats or lunges or whatever to beginning that routine, you can see over the first few weeks especially how you improve with those movements. And I want to talk about a study that came out that looks at the effects of a sport-specific maximal strength and conditioning training on 5K race performance. So they had two groups. One was endurance training only. That's probably the most common. The other group was endurance training plus strength work. And they did 2 sessions weekly, 4 exercises: deadlifts, squats, calf raises, and lunges. So really great strength movements. 4 sets of 4 reps at 80%, 1 rep max. So after the retest of all variables mid-study, both groups subsequently performed another 6 weeks of endurance-only training. So what they found was combining a 6-week resistance training program with endurance training significantly improves the 5K time trial performance. Removing strength training results in some loss of the performance. So doing the strength work led the group that had the strength work to perform better. And then removing that strength work, the strength training group decreased performance a little bit. So it's important to do this. If you want to run to the best of your abilities, you have to do some things that aren't running. And if you want to run to the best of your abilities, you got to do the things. There's things you do only when you want to do them, and there's things you do because you should do them. And strength work is a should do. And while this is really important to know that you should be doing strength work, I typically have my athletes drastically cut out or reduce their strength work during the last week or so before a competition, because studies also show that week 4-day or so period can kind of, without the strength work, can kind of let your body further super compensate and further adapt and regenerate from the strength work. It's a taper. It's just taper, but it's from a tapering from the strength work. So do the strength work up until that last week or so of the taper, and then cut back on that last midweek or so, and then you'll go into the race fully regenerated, rejuvenated, and ready to go. So as always, you keep running and I'll keep coaching.